Greetings to you, sports fan, and welcome back to Smash and Grab TV, home of the Crash Bang Wallop Cup. I'm your exonerated business owner and host, Double D, and joining me here today at the Dragon's litter tray is Tolmandry, without his necromantic champions. How are you doing today, Tolmandry? All right?
Hey everybody, yeah, I'm good. Obviously I've got my team. They've been left in the background, ready to prepare because they're facing a certain Chaos Dwarf team next. So we want to get all of the practice in that we can.
Yes, and obviously you do need to find yourself that change of underwear as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chaos Dwarfs do scare me. It's true.
So we're here at the Dragon's litter tray. It's the Tiny Rocks, JP's Khemri team, versus CC's Orcs, the Blazin Squigskins.
Now they've been
coming along. They've been coming along quite well, haven't they, the Squigskins? What's your forecast for today?
Well, I mean they've been developing into a real bashy team, and yeah, I wouldn't like to bet on either team at this stage, to be fair. Oh, it looks as though the Blazin Squigskins have won the toss and decided the Khemri will be kicking.
Yeah, now what difference is that going to make for CC's team?
Well, hopefully they can push a touchdown early and get past these Khemri. I mean, the Khemri aren't very fast. The Orcs are slightly faster. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. A lot of strong players.
Yeah.
And then obviously those Blitzers have now got Mighty Blow on, at least two of them, I understand.
Are we talking the Blitz Raz, sorry, or the Orcs?
No, the Orc Blitzers. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that CC's gone and trained them so that they're really good at taking things down.
Yeah, and it's been a real pleasure to see her developing as a coach this season. The Orcs, like you say, they have developed really quite nicely. I understand as well it's sort of quite part of their genetic, almost temperament, that the more they fight, the bigger and stronger they get anyway.
It is. It's well understood that it's quite possible most Orcs actually start their life as a Nobbler. It's never been confirmed, but they sort of go Nobbler all the way through to, Goblins, Orcs, Black Orcs, and potentially some types of Troll as the sort of last stage of their life cycle. But that we don't know.
What a scary and mysterious race. Right, Riot!
Good start for a game.
Don't you just love to watch it? So that's both teams losing a turn while that sort of wraps itself up. That's going to make it a little bit more pressured for them.
It is, especially for the slower Khemri. I mean, 8 turns is barely enough for some of their players to even reach the midway line, let alone down to the touchline.
Well, we've got quite a sort of a strong lineup there from the Orc team. They really are determined to keep the Khemri back, aren't they?
They are. Oh, this is an interesting play straight away. You can see CC's heading down the... Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's a risky block.
That really was, but it's managed to come off for them. She's managed to push it back at least, which is going to make it harder for that Tomb Guardian to get in the way of the ball.
A dead! We've got a dead player! Second block of the game. Unbelievable. I love games like this.
Always just joyful to see, isn't it?
It is.
Now, is there a chance for this to resurrect?
Sadly, yes, he's back.
Yeah.
I mean, at least if it's an apothecary that's really worked hard to bring a player back alive, that's one thing, but just use some regeneration. It almost feels like cheating. And a knocked out Tomb Guardian to follow. These Orcs are really putting it into them today.
Yeah. I like to see them getting their boots in as well afterwards if they can.
Yeah, that's the other thing that concerns me about our match.
Yeah.
I mean, my poor team, they really don't like being fouled. They don't have the highest armour on most of their players.
No, well, it's part of the game. This is what you have to remember, It's called Bloodbowl for a reason. The audience are here for the blood, and if there's not enough on the pitch, well, you've just got to add to it how you can.
I know, I could not agree more. God, this is
another
brutal
KO.
First. Yeah, 3 players already off the pitch, and we're not even through the first turn for each team. Crikey.
Now, JP's not done quite as well this season as he did last season, I think. He's doing all right, but the Khemri, they're a tough team to play with. Although they're very hard, like you say, they're very, very slow. Where do you see him ending up this season?
I don't know. I suspect he's still going to end up in the top half of the table. I mean, he's a very experienced coach. I'm just trying to remember. Did he coach Dark Elves or was it Nurgle last season?
I think last season he was Vampires, wasn't
Was he Vampires? Of course, yes. Yes, now I remember. I've actually got 2 of his old players on my team.
Yeah, he likes to challenge himself with the teams he coaches. It's a sign of a real professional.
It is. I mean, the one who's impressed me most this season so far has been Dunkster. Coaching Goblins. I mean, they're never the easiest of teams to coach, and crikey, he's made it look like they're one of the sort of best teams in the league. I don't know how he's
really
done it.
has. Yeah. Well, again, it's quality coaching, isn't it? And quite something to get such a good result out of such weedy little players.
It is, absolutely. Ooh, look at that Tomb Guardian go flying.
Love me a bit of slow motion with the camera work there.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of armour breaks already, aren't there? I mean, that's 2 more armour breaks just this turn. It's just a shame we haven't got any more actual deaths.
Yeah, we'll give it time. We're only on turn 3 now. So Cece's managed to get the ball. She's caged up nicely. She's managed to make a little bit of space for herself. Oh, and we've got a slip. Wow.
We do.
Unless he can pull off a nice little re-roll there. No, he's managed that. Okay.
I've just noticed.
The question is,
have you seen in the top left? It looks like the tiny rocks have brought along a wizard.
What?
Indeed.
They have.
I hadn't. I'd only just spotted him sitting on the sidelines with his pointy hat.
Oh, I love it. So we may very well be getting a fireball or one of those lightning bolts happening at some point during the game.
Indeed, that's always exciting to look forward to. I love a good fireball. If you get a nice big grouping of players, you can smell that toasted flesh in the back seats of the stadium.
Yes. Yeah. The trouble with magic, of course, is it's when it works, it's incredibly powerful, and when it doesn't, you've spent a hell of a lot of money on nothing at all, and it's that unreliability which I think makes the Wizards these days a little bit less used than perhaps they used to in the old days.
As you say, they are so expensive. The Wizards Guild has they've ruined the use of magic on the pitch. You know, at one time you used to just offer them a hamburger or something, and they'd say, okay, yeah, we'll cast a spell for that, but yeah, they're all just like really rich these days, so they expect to be paid.
Yeah, they do, and you know, they can make all of the difference. You can have somebody right near the touchline with their ball, ready to score a touchdown, and a good lightning bolt at the right place can absolutely decimate their chances. But the amount of times I've seen it in the past where a fireball's been dropped and nobody's been hit, nobody's gone down. The Wizards just grabbed their purse and walked off smiling. It's a terror.
Or run away before the fans lynch them. Oh, now that is a good use of the Tomb Guardian. A blitz against the Black Orc, and has gone and now put the pressure on that ball carrier.
Yeah. And a dodge, of course, is possible, but it just makes their chances that much less to get away with it.
It is, yeah. I think if CC had kept the blitzer back just those extra couple of steps, we wouldn't be seeing this position right now.
Yeah. Again, though, fairly novice coach. She's very much thinking defensively, even as she's on the attack. It's an easy situation to get herself into. I just hope she can find a way out.
I think, as you say, I think the dodge is the way to go. She's got rerolls. If she can dodge down the side... Oh, nicely moved there. If you can dodge straight down the side, we have got a blitz against the Tomb Guardian. Very nice.
Wow.
Oh no, he's got Frenzy.
No, Frenzy. Oh, managed to get him.
Yeah, whenever you play a character with Frenzy, you've got to be so careful because they will always have to make that second block if they don't take him down on the first turn.
Yes. Now, why was it I thought Tomb Guardians had stand firm? I didn't think he was going to move at all.
You might be
another
thinking,
character.
Yes, I believe you're thinking of my players. The I can't even remember what they're called. You can tell it's been a long week.
Olmandry's Champions.
Yeah, no.
You mean the Necromantics?
No, I mean the what are they called? Big guys stand on the midline. No,
I have no idea.
Isn't this embarrassing when you can't even remember your own players?
You see, this is how much you love your team. This is how much dedication you put into it. No wonder. No wonder your team hate you so much. You've got to take dead people on because they can't answer back.
Exactly. Yeah, I leave it to the assistant coaches, you see, so I haven't got a clue myself.
You just rake in the money, don't you?
Yeah, as it should be. Oh, I think the ball carrier is about to be blitzed. That's such a shame.
Yeah, that is looking painful. Oh, just a push. Nope, reroll and a pow.
Down.
Oh, CC.
Oh, that is such a shame. If if that ball carrier had run further down the pitch instead of... What happened? There was a dodge that I missed.
I think the problem was we were having too much fun chatting and we just didn't look.
We really should be watching the game. Yeah, I was trying to think of the player, and I still can't remember. What have I got? I've got werewolves, I've got ghouls, which I don't take. I've got skeletons and zombies and...
Some bigger ones.
Oh, what are they called? This is super... Oh, we've got an injury.
Nice to see. Nice to see. That's turned over and badly hurt. No long-term effects, but going to be off the pitch for the rest of the game.
Yep, indeed. Oh, unless they regenerate again. They've regenerated.
Oh, and it has. So when you say unless they regenerate again, can they potentially come on like a knockout can?
Oh no, if they regenerate, they go straight into the reserve spots.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah. Well, the ball looks pretty safe, but it's a case of trying to get it away from those undead.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The undead, I don't know if it's just the scale of the orcs versus, the scale of the orcs' bodies versus the undead, but I'm seeing very little opposition actually in CC's way at the moment. They all seem tied up. They all seem weedy. There's just that one in front of her 3 orcs there. Oh,
flesh golem. There we go. Yes, we knew we were going to have a fireball, and he's injured one of the blitzers. Or was it a lineman?
2 of them have gone down.
Wow, that was an impressive wizard. That's money well spent.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Of course, flesh column is what you were looking for.
It was. I don't know how I couldn't remember that for a time there. Terrible.
Well, at least now we can focus on the game again.
Don't tell my team.
No, I'm sure none of them are watching this.
Indeed. But I must say, it's good to have you back with us, Double D, after all the trouble you've been having. So you said your name is cleared?
Yes. The court has found in my favour. I have been entirely exonerated from this whole awful affair with regards. Oh dear.
The thrower picked up the ball and went the wrong way.
It's just so embarrassing, isn't it? This whole sordid affair with the Noblar meat in the burgers, etc. It's all been sorted. I am currently under a news embargo. I can't tell you any of the details of the case. But as I say, the judge did find in my favour. So, this is why I'm back here in the chair, enjoying this fine game live at the Crash Bang Wallop Cup. And I've got to say, I'm so happy to be here. I'm loving it.
Oh, we're going to have a crowd surf coming up. Oh, he's injured! Is this one finally going to stay dead or stay injured in this case? He's dead. He's injured.
The right
dead.
word.
What? Injured or dead?
Yeah.
What is he?
The player is dead, permanently removed from the team. I believe his skull was crushed underfoot.
Yeah.
By Minotaur, I think, in the audience.
Oh, he's got up again. I'm not sure what's happened there. It's a star player. He's probably got a contract with a.
Well, that's got to be a disappointment for you, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah. It's always nice being able to get somebody new on your team.
Yeah.
Now,
that's good for me, though, I suppose, because that's one less player that I've got to worry about next time.
Well, exactly. The thing that did surprise me, though, after the blitz, I thought CC would have brought the blitz a bit closer to the ball carrier to give them a bit of added protection.
Well, yeah.
I think it's looking quite likely that... Oh, no, I've spoken to CC. I was about to say it looks likely CC's going to score, but here we go. Yeah, he's down. Oh, such a shame.
Yeah. I'd really like to have seen a touchdown there. I'd like to see CC pushing JP to the max.
Oh, now where's that ball gone? Oh, that's
gone a long way back.
That's not fair when it does that, is it? And are we on the last turn of this half for CC's team? We are. Oh, yeah, she was so close to scoring.
Well, is it possible with a throw she can manage it? Let's see where they are. No, that one's down. I think maybe the orc that's furthest forward could make it pushing it if a ball can be thrown to them, but the chances of that at this point, they're not looking great. Okay, no. So she's got one orc who is within running distance. Is it going to pick it up? It has. Okay, now can it?
Oh no.
Oh no, it's failed.
Oh, should have got closer to the blitzer. Oh no, here it goes. Yeah. It's a throw.
It's got the pass.
No, a fumble.
A failed catch. And actually, by the looks of it, even if she'd thrown to the one that I thought might be able to make it, they've already had their go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shame. Well, there's still a chance in the second half, obviously more than one chance.
Oh, absolutely.
But, Let's see if there's any more damage done before the whistle blows.
It's certainly been a great first half.
Yes.
the amount of armour breaks. It's an absolute joy to see.
Yeah, and lovely to see CC's team really digging in and playing an aggressive, proper Orky game.
Exactly. Now, oh, here we go. It's your favourite tactic, a foul. Oh, sadly wasn't sent off. I mean, referee, come on.
Yeah, well, I think the ref, to be honest, was just enjoying it as much as we were.
You see, I think, yeah, it must be because he's a star player and he must have had some sort of contract with a necromancer to raise him from the dead should he be dead again. Yeah,
that makes sense. These star players, they don't come easy, they don't come cheap. They've had a lot of training, a lot of experience, and they're going to cover their asses any way they can to make sure they're back for the next season.
Exactly. Now, I know you said you've been exonerated from the Nobbler pie issue, but what about the skabobs that we've been hearing about?
The what's now?
The skabobs. They're rumoured to be Skaven meat, of all things.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, would you have anything to do with those, Double D?
I've not heard anything about that story at all.
Can I remind you, at the beginning of the season, though, you hadn't heard anything about the certain pies either?
I hadn't, and in fact, the fact that I've been exonerated proves the fact, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly proves you've got the best lawyers in the old world.
Listen,
here's the kick.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Indeed.
That's all I've got to say.
Extra reroll for the tiny rocks. That could come in very
nice
handy.
Yeah.
Oh, what a kick.
That was a heck of a kick, wasn't it?
I mean, that's exactly where you want it against a team that's as slow as the Tiny Rocks.
Yes.
It means they're going to have to pull players back to ensure the ball is defended and leave fewer of them at the front line, so the Orcs will hopefully pummel them and take them out of action before they actually have to go after the ball.
That's the idea, isn't it? It's crush as many of them as you can.
Yep. Orc smash. That's I do love an Orc team.
Yeah, they're lots of fun to play, lots of fun to watch. Not so fun to be on the end of when the fists and claws are flying, but
absolutely. I mean, CC held me to a very hard 0-0 draw, and what a match that was.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure to watch. I like anything where you are more or less humiliated by a newbie. I absolutely love it, I've got to say.
I'm sure you do.
Right, where are we going now?
Right, it looks like the Tiny Rocks are consolidating back towards the ball, so we'll probably see a pick-up attempt now.
It looks a bit cowardly from this side, I don't know.
Well, they have to do their best.
I'm a bit scared of the Orcs, don't you think?
Can I just remind you, just this second you were telling us how scary the Orcs were.
Well, yeah, if you're actually on the pitch. But come on, this is the coach telling them what to do. The coach isn't on the pitch, he's just on the sidelines having a hot dog.
Oh, that Black Orc is going to have, a nice, good old 2 dice block, and the Black, it's taken the Tomb Guardian down.
It has. Is it out?
No, just stunned.
Just stunned.
Now, of course, Tomb Guardians, they might look big and scary, but they're actually quite fragile.
Yeah, I hear this. Isn't there something about if they get injured, they're sort of doubly injured somehow?
They have to make 2 injury rolls should they take an injury. So that could mean that instead of just a badly hurt, you end up with a completely obliterated, dead Tomb Guardian.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon to see Tomb Guardians taken off the pitch literally in pieces as their bandages just unroll.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because there are some of the big guys, as we call them, who you almost just want to avoid. So, say your tree men, you just kind of keep clear of them. Your trolls and your ogres, they quite often sort of vulnerable to stupidity. So you just generally, if you sort of steer clear of them, you can be all right. But a big guy like this with the Tomb Guardians, you almost want to do what you do with the ball and chain people on the Goblin team, and that's just to mob them and take them out as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Which is yeah.
I mean, the other thing to bear in mind with Tomb Guardians, they don't come with Mighty Blow. They might be big, but they're just not strong. I mean, this is just their inherent weakness again.
Yeah, well, I guess it's size rather than strength, isn't it?
It is.
It's difficult to move them. That's all right.
Oh, that's badly
timed.
timed.
The Orc doesn't have block.
No, it was a lineman, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame. You've got to get the mantra, CC. Stand up your players first. That Black Orc should not be on the ground at this point.
And just the shape of the game now, it's looking very bad for the Orcs all of a sudden.
It is. I mean, that whole sideline is now open. And I just can't see how they're going to stop them, even though they're not fast. I don't know. I think that throw-row is going to slowly... Is it a throw-row or a blitz-row? No, it's a throw-row. It's going to slowly make their way down the pitch, and in 7, 8 more turns, they'll finally score.
You can't help but take the mick, can you?
I know. To be fair, the throw-rows aren't that slow, and nor are the blitz-rows.
No.
Yeah, I think actually my own team has much more slow players than they do, and so does yours, of course, with the dwarves.
Yeah, they are not the fastest of players. It's got to be said.
Yeah, I mean the big thing about the undead, the Khemri, of course, it's more their lack of agility. I mean, even their best players, when it comes to handling the ball, only have agility too.
Yeah,
I mean,
they do. They do. I've had a few come to my dodging school, and it's got to be said they're a cautionary tale. It's very difficult to get them to do anything other than just clobber people and fall over.
Exactly. Oh no, that's an interesting move. So yeah, bring the blitzer out from the back, and then it means that they can put pressure on the ball carrier from the rear. Oh no! Don't try and dodge with a Black Orc. What's she doing?
Using a re-roll and wasting it, unfortunately.
Oh no! Knocked out as well.
KO. Oh, what a disappointment.
Now the sad thing is, if she'd have used the Black Orc that's still standing to block, that one's actually got the block skill, so it would only be a 1 in 6 chance of the Orc going down.
Yeah, and that would have
4
freed
in
him
6
up.
of the Tomb Guardian going down.
Yeah, percentage play though, it's not always our coach's strong points, is it? Some people, they go on the basis that a chance is a chance, and if they've got other things in their minds, they may be prepared to take that chance. And of course, when they come off, well, the coach looks like an absolute genius. It's just when they fail,
when they flounder.
Yeah, that's when the commentators start digging in, and I do occasionally, once in a while, feel a bit of guilt about that.
I mean, this is looking pretty safe now for JP's Tiny Rocks. I can't see that the Orcs have got any hope of stopping that player now. The only thing they've got is that blitzer that's currently next to Tomb Guardian could try and dodge away and go round. So risky move.
Yeah, but I think it's about all she's got at the moment, isn't it?
It is. I mean, there's no addition. It's interesting. JP's left that throw-row in the open. I think I would have left him 2 steps further back. Oh, there's one of my werewolves. I do apologise. You know how it is. If anything comes past the squirrel, they just go mad.
So sorry, you were saying if they'd left the player 2 steps back?
Yes, then you could have actually surrounded them with a few more of those 3 players. But instead, they're actually in the open. And no! Yep. Cece's forgotten to declare a blitz.
Oh yes, she was clearly just thinking about trying to get in the tackle zone. But would she have had time for a blitz? Would she have had the movement for a blitz?
Yes, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, just confirm the number of spaces she would have. I believe that's just a missed call.
Oh, what a shame. Okay, we've got another stun. Blitz is coming on now. Just a 1-dicer.
Yeah.
Push the Tomb Guardian back.
Oh dear.
It's not going to be enough to stop that touchdown, though, is it?
No, all they need is to push this player out the way, and then it's a free run to the end zone. And there we go.
Yeah,
Tiny Rocks 1-0. Well played, JP. It does look as though he might be trying to get another injury first, because they're still playing on.
I was going to say, is he actually going to take that touchdown?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, he's positioning just in case these blocks don't work by the look of it. But I suppose it makes sense. If you can get rid of another one of those Orcs, that's one less to face in the next fight. Well, what we have to assume is the final drive of the match.
Yeah. I mean, just the speed of these players, they're not going to get another... Well, JP's not going to get another chance to score, is he? And CC, I suppose in 4 turns could potentially do it, but...
They've tried to hand off, and it's a fumble.
No.
Oh, I can see what JP's doing here. This player needs the star player points to get an upgrade, and he's done.
What a cheeky way to go about it.
Very nice.
Golly.
I love their dancing, though.
Yeah, oh, they're beautiful, aren't they? I'm not sure I would have made the risk though to do that just purely to get the star player points. I mean, they come in
No.
time regardless.
I mean, especially when you have a team with agility too,
Yeah.
at best you've got a 50% chance of actually handing off the ball successfully. That's not good. You've seen how successful my own players have been at picking up the ball this season.
And I've applauded every single time.
And that's
every single
a
time.
3+ not a 4+ on their chance. Oh, honestly, I've talked to that white, and yeah, he promises never to drop it 8 times in a row again.
Yeah, it's going to go for 9 next time, I'm sure.
He'd just had a pie, but apparently it was quite greasy.
Yeah. I hear these things. It's water off a duck's back, though. Water off a duck's back.
Now this is interesting because obviously CC is now is on the offensive, so why occupy so many spaces in the middle? I would have focused more down one side to get that ball to be able to move quickly down while there's still time.
Yeah, I think Grown Rock,
that's one of the
Gorfang,
orcs, I believe.
Smashheads, that will be another orc, won't it? Yeah, I think it's just inexperience again. It's
injured as well by the rock.
I think it's one of these situations, the more games CC plays, the more she sees other coaches, maybe playing more asymmetric games when it's appropriate, the more she will pick them up. She's shown herself to be a very capable coach, a very good learner so far. I've got no doubt at all that she will be continuing to develop her game as she goes along.
No, fumble, come on, you can get it, Orc. You can get it. No. Oh, the worst possible time for a double fumble.
That's got to be frustrating.
They've clearly been taking lessons from my damn white.
Yeah. And your white's been taking bribes from me. I think it's just fabulous the way these things go.
Right, so I know who not to go after the ball when we're playing then next.
I am, of course, joking.
I know. I say I know. I really don't know.
Right, we've got a blitz coming in here.
Yeah, this black orc could be in trouble.
Yeah. Smack bang Wallop. That's it. Push it to the side. You can have a go with the foul if you fancy with the other one.
They could. There's already 2 supporting the fouls. So yeah, it would not be a bad call.
Yeah, see, I think I would have pushed that blitzer forward another square, but there we go. Just to sort of tuck in and get into that Orcs tackle zone.
That's already 2 of the Khemri now on top of that ball, so
yeah,
we're going to need both a block and a blitz to remove both. Well, that looks like one of them gone, and then hopefully the blitzer can take the other out. It's a shame though, I think I would have put the blitzer... follow up. Come on, CC, follow up. Yes. That whole right-hand side of the pitch is looking quite open.
Yes, and we've got the ball now, so she's carrying it along. Is this going to be a handoff?
No.
Not a handoff, okay.
And that's now left the ball carrier very open. I'm not sure she realises that there is not the protection there because those spaces are not filled.
Yeah,
unless that
they
blitzer
can be filled
moves
pretty quickly by the enemy, can't they?
They can.
And of course, there's only 3 turns left for this player. Well, 2 after this.
Yeah, so they've got to run at full speed.
Yeah, she really needs to be thinking ahead for that. Oof. Still, good to get the ball. Good to take out some of these Khemri.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit harder for them for the next round.
I mean, who are they playing next? Are they against you, or I can't remember who you've got for your last game.
No, after our game, my final game I believe is against the Skaven.
Well, I've got the Pegasus Flyers for my final game. I'm not looking forward to them, although I understand they're now facing the Goblins in this round. So I've sent some sharpening stones for the chainsaw. as a gift for Dunkster.
Lovely. And I've just looked it up. The final round for JP is going to be against Bullet Survivor.
Ooh, okay.
Who, of course, so far this season haven't managed to get anywhere much. So the last round is looking fairly safe for JP. I'm not going to count against him on that one.
Indeed. It would be lovely to actually see Bullet Survivor win a game.
Yeah.
Or at least hold them for a draw. I mean, they could do that. They have a team that is quite capable of actually holding these Khemri for a draw.
Yeah, I think with the right tactics, they certainly can do that. And I've got a real soft spot for any underdog, so I would definitely like to see Bullet Survivor take take one game, or at least, like you say, get a draw.
Oh no, we've
for
got
nothing,
a failed dodge.
if nothing else, that little bit of that little boost of confidence just helps to keep coaches in the game, doesn't it? It keeps them
It does.
interested.
Absolutely, it does. Oh, another knocked out player, but I think it's too little, too late. We're down to just 2 turns left, and I cannot see that the Orcs can pull one back now.
No, I think their best tactic now is to try and just score a few star player points and hopefully get their team tougher for the next and final round.
I mean, this is the thing, when you're playing against Khemri, they have lots of very low armour players, so you would expect them to be able to be taken out of action.
Yeah,
Having said that, it's not always the case.
It's really not, and any team that is formed from undead players, they've got a certain amount of toughness built in, because frankly, they've been dead once.
Exactly, they've been there, done that, they're not worried. But
oh my word.
It's turning into a bit of a slogfest for these last 2 turns. Both coaches must be wincing with every punch. Just hoping it's not their player that ends up in the injury box. But yeah, I mean,
the chance of this Orc.
I was saying, I mean, even low armour teams, when I played Dunkster's Goblins, I couldn't break a single one of his armours. I just don't know what was happening. But I did notice that one of his top wizard supporters was in the crowd at the time. So
are you suspecting?
I'm suspecting an invulnerability spell had been cast on the entire team.
Yeah, well, these things, of course, they're so difficult to prove, aren't they?
They are. Oh, I think he was going for the cheeky last turn throw, but that's not going to happen now. No, it still landed in the hands of one of his players, but... Come on, Cece, really let's get at least one more death before this play is over, and let's make it stick this time. Here we go, we've got a blitz now. Again, no, that's just going to be a push. What have we still got left? We've got one last player who can do a block. I
understand that. If you see, whenever I do a blitz, I'm always thinking about not just the actual attack, but what else I can do with the movement. Can I bring in an assist? Can I get into a tackle zone?
And it finishes with a skull for the match.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame.
Well
what a
played,
shame
JP.
For Cece. That was nicely done, though. Good game. 11 armour breaks there for the Blazing Squigskins.
Oh, I noticed
2 for the Tiny Rocks.
Once again, the home fans who award the MVPs have given an MVP to a temporary player. Yeah, they normally either award it to someone that's died or someone that's just been brought in because the team was short of players. Yeah. And once again, it has happened.
It's quite petty, isn't it, the way that it happens? Is there anything within the game of Blood Bowl that can help mitigate against such things?
Not really. I mean, it's just the way it is, I'm afraid. The fans decide who get the MVPs.
And there's no way coaches can... No way coaches can persuade the fans, say with sort of
I'm sure with enough bribery they might be able to. With sufficient bribes for sure. But look at the pick-up chance there for the Tiny Rocks, just 28% success.
Yeah, not great. Yeah.
Blazing Squigskins, 87% armour success, and yet look at the injuries they took.
Yeah.
It's funny how this game works sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, ain't it just?
But
well,
that was a good match, though. I thought.
It was.
I mean, that first half, Cece really held her own, and so close to scoring.
Yeah. I was cheering on every step of the way there, but unfortunately, this is just the way that the game goes sometimes, and experience very often does tell. It really does. But just to remind you, the dragon is on its way back to the dragon's litter tray.
That's a good point. I believe we have 15 minutes.
Fleeing. Yeah.
15 minutes to... Yeah, I was going to say leave, but yes, you're right. 15 minutes to flee the stadium before the dragon returns.
You really got to wonder what made the Khemri choose this, as a stadium. Why they thought it was a good space, other than they didn't have to bother actually flattening some area to be able to play in.
You've got to admit it does have some amazing sort of security on site, because nobody's going to go in and steal their kit.
Yeah, it's true, and no matter what the season is, the crowd are always warm.
They are. Sometimes too warm if they stick around too long.
Yeah, well, quite.
Anyway,
Well, look,
speaking of, we better disappear now as well, haven't we?
yeah, it's been fantastic commentating with you again, Tom Andrew. So thank you for your company today.
No, thanks,
And
Double D.
I'll see you on the pitch sometime soon.
Well, yes, I'm not looking forward to it, so be gentle with my Necro team.
I
They're
will
a bit
be as gentle
squishy.
as I can. And if you would like to make a deposit into my bank account to
You'll be more gentle.
to help sway my decision in how I play my team, then you may do so.
Okay.
I will. I'll surely punt it towards my my lawyers just to make sure that they get their bonus.
Brilliant. Well, no, thank you everyone for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on the pitch for future matches. Well, mine and
Yes.
Double D's, indeed.
Indeed. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.